You know what else is good? The Back in 10 podcast with the Boston Bombshells. Here we go, girls.
Wait. Jen, are you opening this first one or do you want me to?
I can do it. It's fine.
Okay.
Okay, now that we've got it figured out who's doing the open,
Okay.
it's the Back in 10 podcast. Savannah, that face. I'm dying over here. All right, the Boston Bombshells are back in 10 in 3, 2, 1.
The best leadership happens when you step away for 10 minutes.
This is Back in 10.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Back in 10. I am Jen.
And I'm Savannah.
I swear, every single time we do this, it's like your tone just changes or something. It's just
And
magical.
I'm Savannah.
No, I didn't like that one as much.
And I'm Savannah.
Were you
There we
going for Elvis?
Yeah,
Were you
that
shooting
last
for Elvis?
one?
With
That
that
was
one
like
before?
Elvis in his last days on his
Yeah, I agree. Little too much Colombian Bam Bam. Anyway,
Gosh. Well, today we're super excited. We
Yeah.
are talking about lots of leadership things today,
Lots.
aren't we, Savannah? So, Savannah,
Yo.
we've had a lot of listeners lately that have sent us some questions. So, to listeners out there too, if you have questions that you want Savannah and I to answer on the pod, please send us a DM. You can send us an email to brb@backin10pod.com. And we will answer them here on the podcast. Don't worry, it will be anonymous. Even though if you DM, like, we'll know who you are, but no one else
No one else
will
has
know
to
who
know.
you are.
'Cause we might
Unless
wanna
you
ask
want them
clarifying
to.
questions.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
un-
unless
Yeah, unless you want them to. But yes, we do like to ask clarifying questions because sometimes we want to make sure that we can answer it so it helps you the
Mhm.
best that we can. So
Mhm.
today's question, are you ready?
I'm ready. I don't know if they're ready.
Okay, let's do it.
Let's do it.
What decision-making framework helps leaders make confident choices under pressure?
Mm.
Right?
I love this question because I don't think that leaders really struggle with decision making because they can't decide. I just think they struggle because they don't trust themselves to make that decision, right?
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes it's a confusion of urgency versus importance, which are not the same thing when it comes to decision making with leadership.
No. And I think I'll say for me, and this is something that I learned a few years ago, is that you need to make sure that your decision making is balanced.
Yeah.
I have this in like a lot of my presentations. I know, Savannah, you've seen it. It's like a little scale. So you need to make sure that it's balanced. And what I mean by that is that it's in the best interest of the patients, the practice, and the team. So
Boom.
with anything, and if it, is tilting more on one side, it's not going to work.
Mhm.
It's not going to work. And if your team knows that you're making decisions based on those three things, it just gives so much clarity. Oh my
Mhm.
God.
And I think
Oh.
that's the clarity is probably your first part of your framework when it comes to making any type of decision as a leader. So, like, what problems are you actually solving for the business, for the patient, for the team?
Right. Right. Yeah. You said something earlier too about like urgency. And I'll think, when I think about decision making too, like sometimes we need to make decisions under pressure, right? Like really
Mhm.
quickly. Um, but also for team members and for leaders and everyone out there, just because maybe you have waited or procrastinated to do
Yep.
something does not make it someone else's emergency now. So
I say
just
that in daily life. Your
yeah.
lack of
Mhm.
preparedness is not my emergency right now.
Yeah, I was trying to say it like I don't know, a little I don't know.
Less
You know,
direct.
just,
I mean, listen, the way I've always heard it is your lack of planning does not cause me to have an emergency.
Yeah,
So I'll get to it when I get to it.
exactly. But I
Mhm.
think look, understanding I think with any decision making, you need to know, like, what the deadline is to make this decision too, because some
Yeah,
things might not be as urgent as you think that they are,
right.
right? And, we have questions and different things that come up, problems throughout every day, but it doesn't mean it's something that you need to handle now, because
Mhm.
when you do that, and if you're not, um prioritizing things effectively, something else is
Yeah.
gonna slip. So I think that also has to be part of the framework, is understanding
The
what.
consequence?
Yeah, but, like, when is this truly needed? Is this something that's urgent
Yeah,
that it needs to be handled right now? Because you don't wanna have to put something else off that you're working on either, and then be delayed on something else that actually might be more important, but this
right.
other thing that just came up is just louder.
Mhm. And determining why it's loud. Is it loud because the like, let's look at a team example. Is it loud because the team is complaining about something? We have to dive deeper into what the complaint really means. Is it a lack of clarity like we just chatted about? Do we need more clarity to make things clear to make that priority happen faster? Um and when it comes to, making those decisions faster, that's great as long as we're all clear on why we're doing it. But also, what happens when you do nothing? Like, what happens when you deprioritize that too? I mean, the cost is usually really expensive if
Um,
you do
hmm,
nothing. Because doing nothing is still a decision, right?
it is, and,
Mhm.
if you talk about cost there though too, sometimes it's not financial cost.
Mm,
There's so many different types of cost, right?
yeah.
Mental draining and cost. You
Yep.
might lose team members because you did not make a decision or made the wrong decision. So it's really important that you really sit down and identify, like, how you want to make decisions as part of a leadership team, because
Hmm.
it's not just us. It's like the owner doctor or the owners of the practice. It's yourself, right? Really making sure that you understand what that looks like
Hmm.
is important.
And it comes and confidence comes into play too. One of my favorite quotes is that confidence is built in motion, not before it. So when it comes to making any of those decisions, I mean, you don't have to have 1,000% certainty, right? You just need to have enough information to make a move on that decision. And I've always had to stick with that because there are times when I'm not 1,000% certain it's the right decision, but I know enough about the situation and have clarified enough for myself that I'm gonna make a move and we're gonna learn in that forward motion.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think, in kind of wrapping this up, like, really understand what that looks like.
Yeah.
Uh, make sure that your decision making is balanced and that you take the time just to get to know.
Yeah,
Right?
and I mean, like, Jen, for us, like, how many how many times have we, like, not known the answer, but we've just needed someone else to validate it for us, right?
Yeah. And look, even when you don't know the answer, though, just make a decision and stick
Yeah,
with it. And if it's the wrong decision, that's okay.
right, you pivot.
We learn from those decisions that we make. We
Yeah,
learn from everything, right? So if you make the wrong decision, just say it. You know what? I think I might have made a mistake. Let's try something else. Are we open to try something else? Like, be
yeah,
honest with your team if you make a mistake. Don't
yeah,
try to, like,
transparency.
hide it under the rug. No, just be honest. That's the biggest thing.
And, uh, honest and just take the leap, right? Stop delaying the inevitable. I also love that quote too. Just stop. I mean, just don't wait to feel ready to make a decision. That pressure can be crushing, especially if you're an overthinker like myself and you spiral.
No.
You no. You spiral to a point where there are so many possible decisions, there's just indecision. So stop
Yeah,
waiting to feel ready and just make a decision. Do
yeah,
it.
Exactly.
Nike it. Just
Do it.
This is
Just
like the Batman episode.
GSD.
Just do it.
GSD.
What? DSD? Wait.
GSD.
D.
Get shit done.
Done.
Yeah,
There you
do
go.
that.
There you go. Well, everyone, we hope that you tune into the next one, to the next episode, and have an awesome day. Go make
Have
a
an awesome
decision.
day.
Go
Be
make a
confident.
decision.
GSD.
Don't put off to tomorrow what you can do today.
Thanks for spending a few minutes with us on Back in 10.
If something made you laugh, nod, or feel a little more human, share it with a friend and make sure that you're subscribed.
You can also follow us on Instagram at Back in 10 Pod for more behind the scenes, updates, and probably a little chaos.
We're not here to have it all figured out. We're just here to tell you the things that we wish someone had told us.
And remind you that leadership doesn't have to be perfect, just real.
We'll be back in 10.